friends, welcome back to Frosty Eye Candy. So, you know the pillow paint, pouring medium and cell activator from the little photos. I'm going to run through the colours with you, okay? So first up, we are going to be using TLP. This one is called Ball Gown. Here we go, Ball Gown. And it's a beautiful interference gold colour, so it'll kind of look white in our pour, but when you view it from an angle about 45, you get this beautiful gold flash. So that's going to be going down first, Ball Gown. And if you're wondering where we can get Ball Gown, the little web address is going to be up around about now, letting you know. So that's fluidart.co. Fantastic company, great values, great customer service. I cannot recommend them highly enough. Please check out their website and order from them. They're great. So next color in the lineup, it's going to be this one again, Rust-Oleum, and this one is the metallic accents, and there we go, Gold Mine right there. I've posted about this just recently in a few of the groups. It's a great value for money alternative to the deco art. There's like 32 ounces here for about 35 bucks. So we're talking just over $1 an ounce, where the deco art is easy 150 plus tax an ounce. So great value right here. Next, we're going back to the TLPs, of course. Can you guess? Do you want to hazard a guess as to which TLP I'm going to use next? It's watermelon. Yes, watermelon. This is a little sample I got from this little piggy, very kindly, and this is going down next in the pour, and it's gorgeous, as you can see, gorgeous kind of deep, beautiful watermelon red color, but it has this beautiful kind of gold flash to it. It's really fantastic pigment. Okay, next we're going to be using Golden. Now this is the high flow acrylic, so this is kind of like an ink almost. So you do need quite a bit of it to pigment your pouring medium, but when you do, and especially where I use Bare 8300, it dries super glassy. So when you use the inks with that pouring medium, they dry super shiny, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that's, oh yes, sorry, and the color is dioxazine purple. And last, we are going to be using PBO Studio Acrylics. This is the iridescent violet blue. Beautiful pink color that has a kind of blue flash to it. It's hard for the camera to pick it up, but it looks great in a pour. Okay, that's it, my friends. We're going to zip it, get the camera pointing down, and we're going to get on with painting, okay? Okay, my friends, so we're in for the voiceover time. And that's TLP, this little piggy, and that one's Ball Gown. I'm putting down first the beautiful interference gold color. You can kind of see the gold shimmer a little bit there, but I've been quite generous with it. And as you can see, I started and stopped around about 1/3 of the way from the edge of the canvas, because obviously with the pillow, when we spin the piece, that's what we're going to really end up with, is the bit from the middle there. Pesky little bubble, we've got to get rid of those. We don't want those in our paints at all. So the next colour I'm putting down here, friends, this is the Rust-Oleum metallic accents, and this one's called Gold Mine. It's a beautiful, deep, rich gold, and of course is anopaque, and sits really nicely on top of the piggy. Now you can see I'm putting in those little extra lines, guys. And again, they're going to be for modifications at a later time. But when we're adding the lines, again, you don't really want to add lines any further out than 1/3 from the edge of the canvas, because anything that close, we really are going to lose when we spin it. Just adding a little bit more of the Gold Mine. It's going to sit beautifully on top of the TLP Ball Gown, and when we swipe, hopefully it's going to do something great. So I'd just like to take this time to give a huge shout out to our group on Facebook, the Acrylic Pouring for Beginners. I'd love to give a shout out to my main man G, Christy, Darren, Dawn, Britt, and of course not forgetting Shannon either, or Bridget. So the next colour we're putting down here, friends, this is the TLP, and this is the watermelon, the beautiful, lovely red colour with a gold shimmer. Now, as you can see, I'm adding lines, extra lines of the different colours, and kind of just gently overlapping them. Sometimes I shall crisscross them. But you don't want to be too detailed with the lines. You just want them roughly in the picture, like I said, a third from the edge of the canvas, so we can do some nice modifications either side of the swipe. So the next colour right here, friends, well, it's looking a little bit thick, to be honest. It's my Prism Violet. Oh no, this is the golden, the high flow acrylic, and this is the dioxazine purple I'm putting down here. Getting a bit confused with my colours, friends. Wow, yeah, it does look really quite thin, quite thick, but we shall see how it's going to react in the pour. And again, you can see me just putting in those little lines either side of the swipe there, and just kind of wrapping them around each other. If we do this when we modify them at the end, you'll see that they make for really pleasing modifications and lovely kind of fan shapes. Now this colour, the last one we're putting on, friends, one of my favourites, of course, it's the PBO Iridescent Violet Blue. So it's a beautiful pink violet colour, but flashes blue at a 45-degree angle. So it's going to create some great effects in our pour. And I think I'm going to just add a couple of lines maybe, or a little bit more in the middle. Here we go. And there's the lines. So don't forget, friends, the more and more colours we put down as we get towards the last colours, you want to put slightly less down just to make sure that they don't overtake the piece. But now we are just adding the last little lines here of the PBO, and we're going to get ready to do a swipe. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is a 13-inch round, my friends. It's a canvas round, not a cradle. Oh, I just found a little bloop of paint. We'll get that out there. We don't want that in there. And now we're going to get ready. Oh, no, we're going to add. I just noticed we didn't have any lines of the TLP ball gown. And of course, we want to have some of those, some of this beautiful colour in the edge of our swipe and modified. So you can see me just crisscrossing and adding to the lines that are already there. This will make for some great modifications when we're ready. So that's the swiping tool we're going to use, my friend. It's the small swiping tool. There are two sizes to this one. One's about 3 or 4 inches, and this one's only about 1.5 inches by 2 inches. So we don't want any swiping tool that's too large, really, because we just want to swipe the colours in the middle, and we don't want to disturb the lines that we've added to the outside too much. So the cell activator we're using today, friends, it's the Sheleeart recipe. If you'd like to know what the Sheleeart recipe is, or indeed what Sheleeart is, please go to the website at www.sheleeart.com.au for details on her online blooming and pouring course. I highly recommend it, and I also have a 15% discount code, and I shall flash this up on the screen around about now. So that's the white cell activator on my swiping tool. I'm also using the permanent blue violet by Amsterdam, so it's a very dark purple colour. So we're using those dual cell activators on the swiping tool. And I've seen many people really load up their swiping tool with a lot of cell activator. And I've tried this technique and it doesn't work too well for me. So I just like having a, not a thin spread, but a reasonable spread of activator on the back of your swiping tool. Not too much, and we get some really great cells and some good results when we swipe. So here we go with the cell activators, and in we go for the swipe. And I love watching these cells develop. Who doesn't, really? So I believe we've gone into double time now with the video, just so we can watch those cells develop double quickly. And you're also going to get to see me do some modifications as well. There I am, just blowing out the cell activator a little bit, hopefully breaking it up so it will sink and give us more of those gorgeous cells. Look at them there. So in we go for the modification. Remember friends, it's just got to be a nice cursive movement to your hand. Not fast, not slow, just nice and rhythmical. So in we go with the modifications for the other side. Excuse me while I compose myself. And again, just going in and adding some nice modifications to the swipe, following the kind of line of the swipe and adding to the movement, and generally just making a more interesting background to the main swipe that's in the middle. So I'm really liking this design as it is here, guys. This is beautiful. But you can see how I've stopped short from the edges, because really we're going to lose those pieces when we go for the spin. And here we go for the first spin. Again, this is at double time, friends, so I span much slower than this. Wow, piece has expanded nicely. It's looking great. The modifications with the swipe is looking really good. I'm very happy. Just checking for movement. Gonna have to give it another spin, at least one or two, guys. So in for the second spin, and we can see it expanding and growing even more now. Oh, wow. I think I say this every time, but I couldn't have asked it to come out any better. Again, just checking for, there's the lovely shine and the shimmers. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe and share. And as always, my friends, you know, happy pouring.